You just heard Framing Hanley there, our feature artist of the week. And guess what happened, folks? We went looking in the desert, and who did we find? But Nixon. Hey, Nixon, buddy, how you doing?
Pretty good, man. How's it going?
Awesome. So how was your trip in the desert there?
Oh, it was awesome. I fell asleep for a little bit in the desert.
There you go. That could be dangerous, so just be careful. Hey, thanks a lot for getting with us tonight. Luke is going to beat the living crap out of you later on because he had to stand in for you.
As long as the listeners don't beat the living crap out of me because they had to listen to Luke.
Well, there you go. Well, I'll let you guys duke that out later. But, hey, lots of great stuff happening for you guys. And, just talking with Luke about all the relentless touring and stuff that you guys have done, just coming back from the UK. Just some awesome stuff. And here in Canada, you guys have had 3 videos that have been really big on Much Music, which is kind of like the MTV in the US or whatever. We were kind of just loosely touched on, kind of the beginnings of the band, but maybe you can tell us a bit more about, how the band came together.
Chris and Luke had played in a band before in high school together, and it was just actually I had joined a band that they were a part of. It was 2 different guitar players, and just kind of over the course of a few years, we just would keep going through lineup changes until it eventually turned into what is Framing Hanley now. Until a few years ago, it seemed like there was always a revolving door with musicians in the band, and then now that Ryan's in the band, I think it's safe to say that it's a secure band.
Okay, awesome. Now, you are more or less from the Nashville area yourself, and I just wanted to talk about the scene there because, I'm familiar with it myself, and I know that, a lot of people go there thinking that it's all about the country scene, and certainly there are parts of town where that's somewhat prominent, but there's really a whole lot more going on there. There's a very vibrant, diverse music scene going on there, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, we've always made the joke that your pizza guy here in this area could potentially is a better musician than you are. It's just there's so many great musicians in this area that it proved to be like a very, very, very tough little local scene even for us to break into at first. But I think it kind of made us push harder even at that level to know kind of what was in store for us when we did go out. And start touring the country. But I mean, like you said, most people look at this area thinking still just country music is the first thing that comes to mind when they think Nashville. But now you have all this rock talent that has come out of Nashville. In the past 5 to 10 years. Bands like Paramore, bands like Kings of Leon, Safety Suit, Red, ourselves. It's good to see rock. Really becoming a term that's really synonymous with Nashville now.
Now, the funny thing is that it seems that, if you take hip-hop and rap aside, country is probably one of the bigger things going on in the music scene in the U.S. And here are you guys coming out of the heart of that scene, rocking, heavy. And, was it difficult for you guys to get out of Nashville, too?
Like I said, there's just even the talent at the level of being a local band in Nashville is at a different level, so to speak. Just that it really was hard to really break in, and start setting the foundations for our band just locally. But I think just, that made us push that much harder to where it became, expected that every night we would go out there and we were just going to give it all that we had, leave it on the stage, and we knew that once we started touring the whole country, and then later when we go to the UK and start seeing other parts of the world and playing our music, it's like, hey, it's our job to go out there and do it 100% no matter what, because there are bands, that aren't doing this, that are better bands than we are.
Wow. Maybe we can talk a bit about your show, which is certainly, you guys must have, one awesome show, having been on the road so long, 18 months at a time in stretches there. Tell everyone who has not seen you guys before if they were to go to a Framing Hanley show next week, what would they expect to see?
Five dudes making fools of themselves. We just know. I mean, you're gonna see five dudes having the most fun that they've ever had in their lives. I mean, when we step on that stage, that's the 45-minute to 60-minute release that we get every day. It's our time to really release, any frustration we have or any stress or anything, and just let it go and just go out there and be performers for an hour. And to us, whether it's five people that come out to a show or it's 500, you're going to see the same show from Framing Hanley every time because that's how much we enjoy playing.
Now, I asked this question of your friends, Evans Blue, not too long ago, and I'll ask you this one. They had a very funny answer to this, and I always like to ask this question of certain bands. Is there any kind of special memories you might have, or kind of a funny moment, or a strange thing that ever happened to you guys on the road? Like, give me your best road story.
Oh man, we have quite a few, like just that would only happen to us stories. I mean, everyone, of course, in the band has fallen on stage multiple times. Some of us, we've had scary things happen. Like we actually had a show in right outside of Cincinnati, Ohio. Chris, our drummer, had two guns put to the back of his head and was mugged in the back of our trailer. Everything from that to being in an RV that was stuck, couldn't get it, and we had a show probably about a 6-hour drive from home, and we were leaving the day after Christmas, and we were stuck in the grass and couldn't get out because it was just muddy. And they called it a tow truck to get us out. The tow truck's pulling us out. The tow truck gets stuck pulling us out. So then there's another tow truck pulling another tow truck that is pulling us. And then we get to the show in Jackson, Mississippi, right as it was time for us to play. That was another one of those things where it's like, wow, this only happens to us. We've been sitting at home now for like a month or since we got back from the UK. And our RV has just been sitting, in a central location, waiting for us to get back out on the road. And this past week, we get ready to crank it up and leave for these shows we had this past weekend. And turns out a bunch of squirrels broke into our RV and bit through all the wiring in our RV, and it's out of commission for a little bit. So plenty of those things happen when you're in Framing Hanley.
Okay, I like that. The squirrel story, that's a good one. Maybe you guys ought to invest in a shotgun or something. Hey, your last record, huge success for you guys. I mean, again, just really put you out there, a lot of time on the road, videos being received really well. And now you're talking about perhaps following it up maybe with an acoustic EP over the winter. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, it's kind of something that we've been talking about for the past month. It started as an idea, actually, that we were throwing around right after we were finished with our record. We were just kind of still on that high from being in the studio for so long, and we just felt like we could keep recording. And I had mentioned doing some acoustic renditions of some of our songs, and I think it's something that we're going to try to sit down and do, over the next few months when we have some downtime, and when we can get some scheduling together to work out with Brett as well. But yeah, we want to definitely make it something special. I mean, any of the acoustic versions of the songs that you hear from us, whether it be the acoustic version of Hear Me Now or the acoustic version of You See the Girl, we always try to do something different with it, and not just leave it broken down with an acoustic guitar and a vocal. We try to really make something special out of the song. So it's going to give us an opportunity as well to release, I think, some creative side of our band that we really have only started to tap into. I think with tracks like Photographs, You Guys Believe, and the alternate version of Stupid Girl. So I'm excited. It's just one of those things now where we get to see where we can have make some time to do it.
Nice. I know you guys have some shows coming up to finish off the year. And this talk about the acoustic EP and a lot of other great things that are planned for the future. Where can everyone kind of go to follow you guys and find out what's happening next?
Twitter.com/Framing Hanley. I know there's still a lot of people that are it seems to not have crossed into that world yet, but I mean, it gives us the ability
well, awesome. Hey, I want to thank you so much, Nixon, for coming back out of the desert. I'm going to let you go get the sand out of your shoes now. But you guys have got some great stuff going, and congratulations on all your successes. And I know there's going to be a lot more coming for you guys down the road.
Right on, man. Thank you so much.
Okay, well, you have a great night, and we will definitely have to have you guys back. Would love to hear some of this acoustic stuff.
Right on, man. Next time I'll be on top.
Okay. All right, well, you take care, and thanks again.
All right, see you, bro.
Okay, I've been talking to Nixon from Framing Hanley. This is our feature on Framing Hanley here on the Toronto Rock Radio Show. And, hey, there you have it. An acoustic EP possibly going to be in the works this winter. They've got a few more show dates. You can catch up on all the latest and whatever's coming up with these guys at framinghanley.com. And I'm going to spin you one more track. This is called The Burn. This is our feature artist here on the Toronto Rock Radio Show on Hard Rock Radio Live with the music that doesn't suck. This is Framing Hanley.